iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now.
Welcome world, welcome world, welcome world, welcome to Chicago's most valuable online radio show. Feel free to download that iLLANOiZE app. Of course, you listen to podcasts on your preferred podcast platform. Search iLLANOiZE Radio. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And as always, we bring you guys some of the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today we got Ashley of MRE Corporation in the building.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Hey.
So we got some real questions to ask you today.
Oh boy.
Well,
It's about to get real.
We're going to start off.
Everybody up in here got some fucked up credit.
Not everybody, okay? Not everybody.
I give my shit a C plus.
That's
not good.
Maybe a C minus.
That's not good.
It's better than the
We
D.
need some A's and B's in here, cuz.
What your shit sitting at, Joe?
My shit is a D minus right now. I'm glad we got her up here. I'm trying to get a Beamer by the end of the summer. I need help.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get
By
a
the
Beamer,
end of the summer?
a Beamer in a condo.
You want a miracle.
Nah, because look, drug money. Hold on, let me get off of here. I'm talking like this.
Look, that's going to be a lot of credit restoration. And Ashley, you definitely can help Jones out.
Most
and so
definitely.
many more. First and foremost, though, how you been doing? You know, Juneteenth was yesterday. Did you celebrate at all?
I did by working.
Working.
Yeah, credit repair. Yeah,
Did you have a Juneteenth special?
I didn't.
Oh.
I need to though.
I mean,
Like last minute, kind of like delayed one.
and then your consultation is not bad at all.
not.
So let's get into it then.
Okay.
When did you get into credit?
Well, I've been into credit for a long time, but I really got into it when I graduated from Hampton University. And I came home from school. I had got my first job at UIC, and I was hyped. And I was like, okay, well, let me check my credit to see what's going on. So I checked, and I'm like, oh, boy. It was super low, and I had, like, all these negative items on my credit, and I just felt like just so bad.
What year was that?
This was in 2013.
Okay.
So had a lot of stuff on there. And, yeah, I was just pretty upset about it. So I just wanted to do something about it. So I started researching about different credit techniques and methods and stuff like that. And just, like, reading stuff online, just self-knowledge, man. Like, just constantly, like, looking at different things and kind of, like, just trying it on myself. And then, like, my score started to increase. I'm like, hey, I got something here. I got something here. So after that, like, when I did that, my credit score went up, kind of like just still working my, regular 9-to-5 jobs and stuff like that. But then recently, I got back into it when I became a broker.
Okay.
And
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. So I was like, okay, well, I can help home buyers, get their credit together before they want to apply for a mortgage.
Wow, that is so smart.
Yeah.
That's like a 2-in-1 deal.
It is.
Because people don't do that.
Yeah.
They
You
just
like
be
an
like, oh,
auction
your
house?
credit sucks.
Okay, well,
Let me refer you to someone else. 'Cause I'm not gonna do it.
Now,
so get these items off first, and then come back to me. So
Oh, that's really good. That's dope.
like with those that I'm gonna just say, with those, I guess where their credit may not be as good. What do you feel like a lot of people make a mistake when it come to credit?
late payments,
Late payments.
late payments. That's like the biggest thing in collections, which comes from late payments and charge-offs and stuff like that. So that's kind of like the biggest thing that I see all the time, and it's so crippling to your credit score. Like, absolutely, getting a late payment, like, it'll drop your credit score like from 30 to 60 points.
Damn. Late payments.
Yes.
Pay them payments on time.
Just pay the minimum. Like, even if you miss your due date, just, eat up that late fee and just get in before 30 days. I always tell people that. Like, 'cause I understand people go through things and stuff like that, So you can't always make it on time, but either auto pay the very minimum, or, eat that late payment from the creditor, and then just pay it before that 30-day mark.
So you just gave a
That's a gem right there.
That's a tip right
That's
there.
a gem. That's a gem.
That's something
a
that
big jump.
y'all should
Yeah.
honestly have paid for.
Look, so everybody right now,
Period.
go on pay y'all bills the minimum if you can.
not the max.
The minimum, because
at
it's only Saturday, and I know you still want to kick it. So if you pay the minimum now, you got 30 more days to pay the whole thing off.
I saw some on
Exactly.
your Instagram not too long ago. I mean, if y'all go to Instagram, let people know where they can follow you on Instagram.
Ashley MREC.
Now, on your IG, you put something about like it was a credit tip. You put a lot of tips up.
Yeah.
And it was something about like if you pay towards your credit 15 days before the due date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Can you break that down for everyone?
Well, I did this method one time for myself. Just wanted to pay ahead. So I paid 15 days earlier, and then I paid again 3 days before my due date. And what it does is kind of like tricks the bureaus to think that you paid 2 payments instead of one, and then increase your credit score twice.
Oh, you just gave away some secret shit.
Oh, she should really be charging y'all for this.
Hey,
Because I didn't know that, but I'm going to go home and try it.
When I saw the post on IG, I instantly let me do this
And I
right
encourage
now.
people to try these tips and things like that, and just add if you can. If you try something that works for you, like share. We all need to give knowledge to each other and just keep it going, because we wasn't taught credit growing up, and that's why everybody has bad credit. It sucks.
Now we got a caller. Well, we got a voicemail. We're going to take this voicemail one time, see what they had to say, and you can answer what they had to say.
Hey, this is Joe Wiggins calling. My little sister, Ashley, she's doing her thing. Just want to give a shout-out to her big brother from Hampton University, Joe, so she knows who I am. But, yeah, I just wanted to ask as far as if she could explain, how important it is just to establish having credit when getting ready to purchase a house. So if you can explain that, I'll appreciate it. Later.
All right. Hey, Joe. Hey, big bro. Thanks for supporting. That's a really good question. When you're shopping to buy a house, having good credit is really essential, because you want to show the mortgage lender that you're creditworthy. And also to qualify for loans. Like the minimum for a FHA loan is $580. And just as with the interest rates and the down payments, that goes alongside with your credit. So say that you have a 500 or a 520, you could still qualify for an FHA loan, but you're going to be required to put down 10% down payment for that loan. So if you have a 580, you could put down 3.5%. So, yeah, it's just really important. Now, you don't want to have a 580. You want to aim higher than that.
Definitely.
Like, you want to be like in the 700s just to have like a good interest rate and a good down payment, So it's just really important just to have like all those negative items off, because if you have that on there, they're going to ask you to get that off. Like, please remove this. This is going to have to be removed before you move forward with anything. So just avoid that hard inquiry when they pull it, when they try to pull a pre-approval for a mortgage loan. Just eliminate all that stuff and just beforehand. Yeah.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Right, and you just tuned back into another episode of iLLANOiZE Radio. If you're listening to my beautiful voice right now and those lovely AirPods that you spent a pretty penny on, please make sure that you do go to the App Store, download the iLLANOiZE app. Again, that's iLLANOiZE. Hit download because you don't want to miss a beat. And if you're watching my face, shop black businesses, but also shop black media. Well, not shop us, but get
Shop
in
with
tune. Right, get in tune with black
Come
media.
break bread with us, Charlie.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel that you so graciously watch us on every Saturday. First of all, I know you didn't watch like 5 episodes of iLLANOiZE Radio this week, and you still ain't subscribed, and I want to know why. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and then we ain't gonna have no problems. All right. So we sitting here with Ashley. How are you, Ashley?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. So I have a question personally.
All right.
So I like how you said earlier, like, they don't teach us about credit, which is very true. Like, I feel like I'm Exhibit A, was not taught about credit. So I think for future generations, it is very important that we do start educating them. So what do you think is the first step towards financial freedom for Black people that you think that we can all start, like, no matter what age you are, that you can either teach this to someone or do it for yourself?
Well, for parents, add your kids to your credit cards as authorized users, straight off the back.
What?
Add them to your cards.
Go.
Start their credit history now. And I guess for just like college students, like, 18, 19, get a secure card, get like a starter unsecured card, and just work your way up. Keep making on-time payments, and then as you get older, you're going to like get a car, get an apartment, get a house, and things like that. So you're going to slowly build your credit history. But I think just adding your kids to your credit cards at a young age, it helps. And when you do, make on-time payments.
Right.
Don't mess up your stuff to mess up their stuff. Keep everything on time and current and in good standing.
See, and that's the thing. That's probably why a lot of people be afraid to add their kids to their stuff, because if they mess up, their kids is messed up.
Exactly. You just have to be financially responsible.
I feel like that's all the more reason to be financially responsible, though. Like, I think we as Black people, we've all kind of had that conversation with someone that's credit is fucked up at a very young age, and it's not even their fault. It's because they mama didn't put the light bill, the phone bill, the cable bill in their name, and it's like now their credit is suffering. So I feel like I need y'all to stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Stop doing that. Go fix your own credit and leave your child's credit alone unless you're going to boost it.
Exactly.
So, like,
Exactly.
what do you, like, for a guy from the streets, right? He got, like, let's say 100,000. He feel like he don't need to care about credit. Like, what do you say to a person like that?
Get credit. Get credit. A lot of people say cash is king. I know everybody love that phrase, but credit is so essential and it's so like beneficial. Like, you can do so much.
Because I heard somebody say, I don't know, I forgot what I was watching or reading, but it was like, you can have $1 million in cash, but if you don't have no credit, that $1 million in cash is
nothing.
What can you leverage with that? Like, you can leverage so much with credit. You can do so much with it. Like, you can invest, you can, get real estate or anything like that. Anything you want to do, your own business, like, cash is going to run out eventually. Why not just have that saved to the side and just, leverage your credit and then, use it when you need it.
So I don't know if you ever saw that post, but it was on iLLANOiZE, I think like twice, but it was like, would you rather choose $100,000 or the 850 credit score?
It was the 500K
or 500K, 500K or an 850 credit score. So I want to know, or 800, whatever the highest is, because I ain't never seen that side of the spectrum, so I don't know.
It's definitely possible.
Look, I don't know. Look, so all that shit's above mine. So, but no, my real question for you is, okay, so obviously, I want to know what you would choose, but I also want you to break down like why. So would you choose the higher credit score, the perfect credit?
That's the
Jesus. Or, right, shout out to Remy. Shout out Remy Ma. But no, would you choose the perfect credit or would you choose the 500K in cash? And then why would you choose one versus the other?
I would choose the perfect credit score because I feel like I can use so much with that credit score. I can get loans. I can use credit cards to get me more money. So say that I have an 850 credit score and I want to buy into real estate. Let's just use that for example. And I get multiple properties. I have that equity. I have
What's
money.
equity for the people who don't know nothing about what you're talking about?
Equity is what builds up in an investment or a home or a building. When you pay your mortgage down and it's paid off, you build money into that, and you can also like take it out if you need.
Okay, I was just about to ask. So is that like, it's not a 401k, but when you refinance your home, is that what that is when you've built equity on your home? Okay, all right, I'm learning a little something today.
So yeah, I would definitely choose the 850 credit score.
Wow.
I would definitely.
Dang, so I said.
So would you take the
I
pick
500K
cash.
and buy a new credit score, considering the fact that
yeah.
do credit repair?
I mean,
Because it's like, why can't I best of both worlds?
Yes, you would. Go ahead, say it. Yeah.
since you put it that way, yeah, you can do that. But I would just want to just have that 850 credit score because credit repair doesn't happen overnight. And I want to emphasize that to everybody who's listening, everybody who follows me, everybody who's gonna follow me after this. Like, it's a process. It does not happen overnight. Yes, I can work my magic and get collections or anything off within like 3 weeks to a month. I can make that happen. But at the same time, if it took years to get your credit score to like a 500 or lower, it's going to take time to get all those accounts off. Mm-hmm. It's going to take, a specialist and, multiple rounds and things like that to get it off. So a lot of people, when they want to get their credit repair, it's kind of like under pressure, like, hey, I want to buy a house, I want to get a car within like the next month. It's like, okay, now you're putting that pressure on me, because it's like, if that doesn't happen, it's like
now you're gonna feel like it's my fault.
Exactly. It's kind of like disappointed, but it's like, it takes time, like I've gotten, clients to like a 700 score within like a month and some change. Sometimes it took up to 4 months. Like, it's just, it depends on the situation, on the credit file.
Now, I got to say this, too, because credit, like we asked you about the 500K or the 800 credit score.
Yeah.
Credit is like borrowed money when it comes to the credit card, So is it really ideal to live off borrowed money?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she say live off OPM. Okay, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Because it's like I just look at it like, if I'm consistently borrowing from, and paying it back over time, I just feel like I'm not on, like I don't have, that's not mine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's borrowed money. It's not my money, and I got to continuously pay it back. So that's why I'm like, to me, I'm going with the 500K because that's cash. I can put that in the bank, do whatever I want with it. I mean, of course, you do need a perfect credit score, but that's why I'm asking. Like,
okay, so say that you get the 500K and you spend it all. What do you have then?
I get what you're saying.
I get both. I see all sides.
So like now you saying,
I get that, but what do you have after you spend your 500K?
You got nothing.
You got good credit.
You got good
I was
credit.
going to say, but it depends. That depends though, because if you take your 500K and use it wisely, because I think my thing, I think my battle between that question is like, okay, you talk about building equity. Mm-hmm. Is that limited to real estate, or is that with any major investment that you make? Like, can a business start to build equity over time?
Yes.
Okay. So if that's the case, how do I begin to, I guess, like make power or have power over, the way to ask this question is, how do I build equity with other people's money, with borrowed money? Like, how do I get something that's mine and I've been borrowing money this whole time?
The equity is your money.
Oh.
The equity is your money.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay,
never
got
mind.
that.
That just switched things up a bit. Okay.
And then thinking of things too, let's talk about credit utilization. Like, when you consistently using credit, doesn't that affect your utilization, which will drop the score?
So it's a method to it. So if you're constantly using your credit cards, which is a good thing, it's not bad to use your credit cards. You have to pay either the balance off or pay it down to at least like under 30% by the reporting date. So the reporting date, you can find that on your statement or it's on Credit Karma. Experian, I don't know why they don't
I feel
show.
like Experian is so difficult to work opposed to Credit Karma.
I love Experian. Experian is the most accurate one. It shows the most accurate scores, but it just doesn't show the reporting date for some reason. Credit Karma does, so that's why I like to use both websites.
Is there a difference? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is there a difference between each bureau that reports on your credit score? Because they all have different numbers.
Yeah, I feel like you should also break that down to people, because I think a lot of people don't even realize that their credit is a report from 3 different bureaus.
Yeah, it's 3 different bureaus. It's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Each bureau reports different things on your credit report. So if you take a look at your credit report closely, you can say that you have like 5 credit cards. 5 can be reporting on Experian, and 3 can be reporting on Equifax, and like 1 could be reporting on TransUnion. That's why you have like that different, like, up and down, different scores for each bureau.
So which is the most important to like at least maintain? I know it's 3, but
what has the most impact?
I mean, all of them are the same. It just depends on the creditor. They choose which bureau they're going to report to. Say that you apply for a credit card. They may pull your Experian and not pull your Equifax or TransUnion. So,
Why do they only show 2 instead of all 3?
That's a good question.
They want you to pay for the rest. They want our money while we trying to.
Like you see the TransUnion on Credit Karma, and what's the other one? Equifax.
Yeah.
But you don't never see the third one on like Credit Karma or nothing.
I think Credit Karma is based off TransUnion and Equifax. I never really understood why they never reported Experian as well, but Experian does show all 3. You just have to like update to the 3 Bureau of Credit Monitoring to see all 3 scores.
You gotta pay for that?
You do.
But it's not just expensive. But I feel like that's an investment. It's not even necessarily.
I think it's like $24.99 a month just to see your score every 30 days. But you can like drop down to the free membership after you like do like the free trial. So just like every 30 days you
free trial?
You could
I like
do a
free
free trial.
trials.
You could do a free trial, and then it'll let you see it for 7 days, and then you just drop it right back down if you don't want to pay that $24.99.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting me on game.
I know, right?
Welcome.
I gotta ask you too. You know, what are some credit mistakes you would want people to focus on and stop right now? What's some mistakes that people need to stop doing right now so their credit can get better?
Stop making late payments again.
Let me make this payment, man, because I feel like she's talking about
like,
me.
damn, now I'm gonna go home and pay all my bills because I just feel really bad.
Stop making late payments. Stop using your credit cards if you don't plan on paying them down. Just stop spending recklessly. You know, just stop spending on certain things and not plan on to pay it back. Yeah, I just think that's the biggest thing because late payments, it kind of ties into everything. Late payments ties into your score dropping down. And if you get so many late payments, eventually the creditor is going to do a charge off on your account, which means like they exhausted, you know, all means in getting their money when you don't pay. And they just close the account. So they've written that debt off as just, okay, we just made a loss.
Is that a bad thing?
It's a very bad thing.
That's a very bad thing.
Yes, I was about to say, that's what they did.
Because then the charge-off leads to a collection.
That's what they did to my student loans, and they closed the accounts. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Do y'all want this $25 a month or not?
They still want it.
I'm like, how you gonna close it? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Make sure to check out the Ill List playlist in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Welcome to iLLANOiZE Radio. This is your boy Illinois Jones. I need y'all to do me a favor and make sure y'all download that iLLANOiZE app, whether you got an Android or an iPhone. Also, make sure you subscribe to iLLANOiZE Radio on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And y'all know we the dopest thing to hit the city since crack cocaine. And we still up in here with my homegirl, Ashley. What's poppin', Slime? Look, I'm on live and I'm lit and I just did that for my people. Nah, y'all gotta go. Peace. Because they can't get the bootleg version. So.
Right, you gotta watch us on DVD.
Yeah, you gotta buy us from Walmart. We need our royalties.
Buy us from the crackhead
we need all
outside of Walmart,
what's it called? Monetization. We need that money. Funny, honey, bunny. But look, right. So look, right. So we was talking about because I'm reporting live from the street, so I gotta let all my street guys know this credit stuff is real. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we talked about the money. Shout out to Jay. If y'all want to listen to podcasts, to Jay podcast, make sure y'all download the iLLANOiZE
Conversations app. With Jay.
Make sure y'all listen to that.
Tune in.
Because that's what I got the $1 million question from. Right. So let's just say my credit at like 300. Right. Let's just say
I know some. Let me be quiet.
Let's just say my credit at 300, right?
Yeah.
And like, how can I get it? Like, what's the quickest way to get it up to like a 5, so I can get like approved for a car?
Can he get approved for a car?
You gonna get approved for a putt.
They gonna give his ass a bite.
I'm just saying.
They gonna give his ass a unicycle.
We gonna take what we could get. We just want to get in what we fit in first.
If you want a car, get a used car. Use your cash that you so love.
Save.
So you ain't getting no car with no 300.
Hey, look, I'm just no. I'm saying like how we get up to the 5 though. Give me up to 5.
Well, it just depends on what's your credit. If you have like collections.
What if you don't have no credit? Because what if you don't have credit? Because I heard no credit is just like having bad credit. Yes. So what if you don't have credit? Because
is that
back in my day? Okay, so all right, my first apartment was like in my All right, I can't give y'all too much. Okay, so how can I say this? So all right, so look, bam, here we go. I was trying to get this apartment, but I didn't have no credit.
Okay.
But I had a lot of cash. You know what I mean? But they was like, I had to double it up, but I didn't have no cash. I'm like, yo, if I got the cash, what does my credit have to do with anything? And I got the money right here.
Right.
So how do you fix that situation, in that situation when you don't have credit?
If you don't have credit, I suggest getting a secure card to start, and then like getting like a starter unsecured card. And you
Can I ask what's the difference between a secure card and an unsecured card?
A secure card is where you put the money down for the credit. So say that you want to apply for a secure card and the limit is $300.
That's your $300.
That's your $300 that you're going to put into that credit card, and then you're going to use it as if it is a credit card. Unsecured card is where they give you that
The credit limit.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so you said get a secure card.
Secure card, then get like an unsecured card and trade line. Become an authorized user. If you know any family members or trusted friends that's like financially responsible, ask them to add you on their card. You don't have to use their card. They can have the card in your name shipped to them. They can cut up whatever they want to do with it. You just want that good credit history.
Black people ain't doing that.
A lot of kids. I was about
Black
to say,
people ain't doing that.
especially. I was about to say, black people aren't doing that because
They not
I went to
co-signing like
college.
that.
But it's not even like a cosign. But
It's
it's
not.
like I don't think black people are really even that educated because when I went to college was the first time I had ever in my life heard people say that their parents did something good for their credit by putting stuff in their name. Like where I come from,
Ain't none of that.
we fucking up your name. With
Like,
the,
you want me
with
to
the credit-
co-sign?
with the
I ain't
credit.
finna co-sign.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
they
want me to
gonna
put
put your
my
name on my
what?
credit card.
I don't know what.
Take the high leader. What?
And you want me to do who?
You out your goddamn ass.
Go ask your daddy.
Please, right? And you don't even know him, so that'd be a dead mission.
And a lot of family members are kind of like hesitant for doing that. Nowadays, like, well, I don't know, like that's kind of like.
You want me to
but
put
you
your
gotta
name on my
to them,
credit
like,
card?
Each one,
I'm
teach one.
not-
We can
I'm-
help each other.
I'm not using your card. I just need your credit history. So once they understand that, I think they can probably be more open.
So
to
I could
it.
just put my nieces and nephews on my credit card.
Yeah.
And just be like, look,
Letting
let me
them
help them
add
out.
up.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Damn, I got a little brother to do.
I just want to make sure they straight.
Yeah.
That'd be my gift to them when they graduate. Uncle Mike, what you gonna give me for my
Credit.
graduation?
This credit
Credit.
score.
What Jay-Z said.
And you
That's
a
all.
senior in high school, cuz. I did
Dude,
my
I did,
job.
on the real, you got the greatest gift of all.
My nephew just became a freshman. I know what I'm getting him for Christmas.
Credit.
A credit card.
No, don't get him a credit
I'm not
card.
gonna give it to him. I'm gonna cut it.
That's what you need to get him.
Now, I know we haven't even touched bases on benefits of buying a home, because you are also within real estate. Let's talk about that. What led you to real estate?
Good question. Just something that intrigued me. Watching HGTV and just being around certain influences in my life, it kind of just brought me to real estate. And I was like, why not? Like I always been adventurous into different things, whatever. I'm like, let's see how it goes. And then just from watching different shows and just being around certain people in my life right now, I thought it'd be, beneficial for me, getting investment property, flipping, make money, build equity. So I got my license to kind of like cut out like the middleman and avoid like paying extra fees. If I'm a broker, I don't have to pay, commission or anything like that. So that's why I got it. But what was the question?
Started off like what led you into
Okay,
into real estate, but my main question is like, what's the benefits of making getting a home?
Well, it's your home. You can build equity in that home. You could pass it down your family. Kind of ties into generational wealth that everyone's talking about nowadays. Have something, pay on it, build the equity, pass it on to your son, your daughter, your sister, or whatever. Just keep our homes to ourselves and to our community and our people. And then just like, customization, like you can get a house, you can upgrade it and do whatever you want to do with it. And it's just that the benefit of just feeling, I guess, free, having your own stuff.
So
My bad. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, you got some people that just caught in the realm of they comfortable with paying rent. You know what I'm saying?
If that works for you, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Everyone has, their thing that they want to do. If you want to continue to rent and just
Never
I guess,
own it.
Yeah,
never
that's
own
never
anything.
ownership, right?
Like, if that works for you, then,
I don't think it's that. I think people because people may think it's hard to get into real estate and buying property, and they don't know the exact steps to go into it. So, what would be the first step to take into buying property, or trying to get property or a house? You know what I mean?
Credit. Fix your credit.
What you see someone
Like,
saying that song?
credit kinda
All he
ties
kept
into
saying
everything.
was credit.
Yeah,
kinda
credit, don't get it.
It ties into everything. Say that you want to invest, you want to get like a rehab loan. Like, they're gonna look at your credit report to see like if you're credit worthy to take out a loan. So you want to have a good credit score for that.
So what if you have a good credit, but you got like hard inquiries on your shit, late payments on your stuff?
You want to get those removed.
So that's the good thing. So I see what you're saying. At the end of the day, it can be removed. That's why John, it's like bringing up, well, if you got the hard inquiries and the late payments, can that be removed where it can at least still help you out on the credit
just because
side?
people rent don't mean they don't have good credit.
Yeah.
So they probably
Facts.
don't even know how people don't know the first steps of going into buying property or, getting a condo or a loft. So they have to have good, because you can have a 750 credit score and still have hard inquiries, and you might want to get those off because that could get you denied.
Yeah, a lot of lenders, they don't like seeing a lot of hard inquiries because they think that you're kind of like in a bind and you rushing trying to, just get some sort of like credit to pay off something. So it kind of like scares them a little bit. So you don't want to have like a lot of inquiries on your credit report, but you can get those removed.
That's what you do.
And that's what I do.
And
I also kind of like teach people that follow me. I share like tips and methods on my Instagram about like how to do credit repair yourself. I share a lot of like DIY like tips of like, what to do if you want to repair your own credit. Because I know there's a lot of self-starters out there. And, people just don't want to pay for certain things. And I totally understand that.
That's something you got to sit down and really learn, because I tried to do that. And I watched like 6 YouTube videos and was like, you know what?
That's why I'd rather just pay somebody.
Okay,
it takes a lot of
take
patience.
my coin, because who's gonna mail? First of all, I don't even have a printer to mail all this stuff off. Okay, so no, on a serious note, I do have a question. Since we are talking about houses, it's kind of so like, what's more beneficial in your opinion, buying a piece of land and then building on it, or buying a home that's already built?
Then building on it.
If the home already built, then what are you building on? Like
You
adding
could build
to the
equity.
house?
Yeah, you could.
Or you mean building the equity?
Yeah, you
Well,
can
I'm
add to the
talking
house.
about buying a piece of land, because I hear that a lot in just like everyday conversations where I work. I talk to a lot of people that don't necessarily own businesses, but they do have land. So being someone that's in real estate and someone that works in credit, do you feel like it's beneficial to buy land opposed to actually just buying a home? Because you could do the same with both if you think about it.
You can. I think it's totally on preference. A lot of people think that buying a home, and they say like, well, it isn't mine because I took out a loan on it, and if I buy land, like that's mine. But if you're paying cash for, okay, technically yes, that's yours. But what if you took out a loan to buy this land? It's kind of like the same thing. So I think it's totally on preference, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got another question. Like, how do you feel about fathers naming their kids after them, and like that interfering with their credit line?
Like a junior.
Yeah, like a junior. Like you have two. Like
two of the same
That
name.
sounds like a
could
personal
mix up
problem.
I see where you're going now, though, bro. Because me and my pops got the same. Well,
That sounds like a
we
personal
don't.
problem.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like I hear people saying like, I don't want to name my son after they daddy because of this, and might
They'll
have
get
bad
mixed
credit.
up.
yeah,
all
they
types
get
of
mixed.
stuff.
Things get mixed up in that.
Well, if they get mixed up in it, like it's easily to dispute like information like that. So say that they got the wrong person. Like if that's not you, you can absolutely dispute that and get it off your credit. Like,
How they gonna prove it's the wrong person? How they gonna prove
Social
that was my
Security.
daddy and
Social
not me?
Security, like when you dispute things, you should always send your Social Security card, a copy, not the original, guys, a copy of it and your driver's license just to verify your identity.
Look,
So
I done had some people hit my phone line thinking I was my daddy. Okay, I had to put their ass on blast.
So you think should the
I
son
don't
go
know who you are.
by
you
his
mean like
full-
someone trying to collect the debt or something
collect
like
the
that?
debt from
Yeah.
him calling me because we got the
Yeah.
same name.
Or they do that for family members
I'd
too.
have been like, you got the wrong You got the wrong
Yeah,
one.
But do you think a
Like,
son
if
should
you
go
need
by
big
like
meat.
his full name, even with the junior on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when someone's trying to collect a debt from you, like they're gonna
Do whatever.
they're gonna reach anybody that's related to you, whether it's your father, your mother, your child. They have a phone,
cousin.
anything
See,
like that. They're gonna
But
try
the
to.
thing is, they think I'm him. That's what I mean. Like
Okay.
they call thinking I'm him,
Gotcha.
and then I'm like, what is? I don't know what
Just
the
tell them
hell
that's
that
my
bill
daddy.
is. I
Like,
don't even
that's-
say that because I'm not finna get him. I ain't snitching.
You real son right there. Oh, I want my son to be like you
So
when he grow up.
they hit me up thinking, for him, thinking I'm him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't never heard of this bill before.
just say
And
you
that's when
never
they,
heard of this
they be like, wait,
yeah.
what's your social and stuff like that?
No,
And they
don't-
see it's the wrong.
If it's a collection agency, don't give them that information.
Yo,
Don't give them the ammunition to like take you down. Don't give them anything.
Because they going to go find something you do owe.
It's gonna backfire.
yo, a gym
Oh, so you don't owe us
gym-
for this, but you do owe
a
us for
collection
this.
agency hit me up for a gym, and they was like, "Yo, you owe some money to a gym." I'm like, "Man, what gym y'all talking about?" They said the gym. I'm like, "Man, that gym been closed for a year." They trying to collect some bread from me. I'm like, "I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm gonna call the gym and get some information out of them." And he was just backed off the phone, like, "Eli, well, okay, cool." I'm like, man, I ain't paying that ass thing.
Don't pay them.
He was a terrible salesperson.
Because like when a collection
He did not.
agency, when they contact you, they purchase the debt from the original creditor. So they trying to get whatever kind of money they can get
Anything.
from, just trying to make a profit from what they purchase. So it's technically not their debt. It's not for you to pay them.
So do
let
they
me-
buy
let-
the...
I say, I ain't paying it. I still on Credit Karma.
Let me tell all y'all debt collectors out there: if you see my name, don't buy that debt because I ain't paying shit.
Okay, second
Don't
that.
even buy it.
I second that. I'm
Yo,
not...
you see Jones on something, just know.
Don't even buy it.
Get it in blood. Get it in blood.
I'm not
On
paying
the
you.
real, you don't waste your money.
Because I'm going to change numbers on you 3 times.
I'm gonna say your number is a don't not answer.
I gotta ask you too, because this brings mix-ups. What FICO score? Break down FICO score because I thought that was the same as a credit score. Windows.
Aren't that what FICO?
So that's why I'm asking you to see
FICO,
It's confusing.
Geico, all the same thing.
Well,
man.
it's different scoring models. So it's the FICO 8. I think they're coming out with a new model, but I have to look into that one. But the FICO 8, and then there's a Vantage 3.0. And just to like kind of throw in Experian and Credit Karma. Credit Karma uses Vantage 3.0. Experian use FICO 8. Now, when you apply for most things, they using the FICO 8 model. So that's why Experian has the most accurate scores. Now, Credit Karma is kind of close, but it's not as accurate.
It'd be off by like 30 points.
It can be either just up or down. Sometimes your Credit Karma can be higher than your Experian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay,
That's why I have both apps
Yeah.
on my phone because they do have different scores. And I just be like, well, Credit Karma higher, so I'm going to...
and then you going off Credit Karma, you say, okay, yeah, I got a 750 whatever, and then you apply for a car and you get denied. It's like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, I thought I had a 750, and then you check your Experian, it's really like a 620. Like, what's going on? Like,
Right.
so you just really have to like make sure you always look at Experian before you're applying for things. But the FICO 8 model, like, certain things as far as like, your payment history, your usage, your utilization, all that stuff, it scores differently than your Vantage 8. So they, like for Vantage 8, I think they, for payment history, I think they rate that kind of like a slightly lower than FICO 8.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like, it's just different percentages. You can also like go online and look at like the different scoring models. Like, they have like a little circle and it tells you like what percentage is kind of higher versus the other for each model. But FICO 8 is always what you want to look at and go off of before you start applying for things.
Cool.
So I don't know if you know the answer to this, but I feel like as a beautiful black queen, you might know. So what is the history of credit? Like, at what point did we go from, if I don't have the cash for this shit, I just can't buy it, to, all right, you ain't got the cash, but I'm going to let you slide. Like, at what point in life did we transition from cash to this thing called credit? Because I don't necessarily like the fact that my life is low-key based on a 3-digit number that I really don't have, like, no
Drug dealers
control over.
became popular.
That's a really good question. It's very unfortunate that we are like, I guess, judged based off this 3-digit number. But yeah, I'm not sure where credit came from. You know, who created that? Like,
I feel like I need to have a talk with that young man. So if you're still alive, slide in my DM. I got something to say. Oh, for real, I got something to say. If you invented credit, hit my line. I just want to have a quick
Convo. Yeah, that quick convo.
I need 10 minutes of your time. I don't know what I might say, but just 10 minutes.
He ain't gonna want to talk to you, sis.
He's not gonna want to talk to me, especially not for 10 full minutes. I probably get 2 in before he hangs
You
up.
probably get 60 seconds. He your tone of voice like, she's aggressive.
Now, before we get up out of here, you got to let people know where they can find you, where they can get these tips from about building their credit. Let them know how they can get in contact with you as well.
Okay, well, you can hit me up on IG, Ashley MREC. I'm also on Twitter, AshBashPizzazz.
Ash pass
I
pizzazz.
said that shit was pizza earlier.
I thought it was pizza. Pizzas.
Yeah. Bigo don't ever be it. Bigo be
Said,
everywhere.
is that pizza?
But,
Ashley Reese's Pieces.
I'm mainly on Instagram, Ashley MREC. Follow me. I share tips daily on how to repair your credit. I also show my results. So if you're ever skeptical about credit repair, it's real results. I have real clients. It's not a scam or anything like
I'm
that.
gonna be a client after today, and I'm gonna let y'all know.
I was about to say, I think
everything.
we all might just become clients.
Speaking of
I was about
Biko
to
a
say,
client.
is Biko a client?
I'm a client. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yes.
First of all, if you don't give her a review,
Yes.
you need to give her a 5-star Yelp review.
I'm finna
right
give
now.
a live review on this camera. Look, so for those that are tuned in, watching all of those things, this lady right here is amazing. I am a client, and my credit is great. I'm on
commercials from late night.
I'm on works to get. I'm trying to get a house before a certain age, and she has helped me out tremendously.
We're gonna get that house.
Go get
She's
money.
definitely took some. I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff on my report, but she's took a lot of stuff off. She's put the work in. She always give me tips on what to do better and how I can better my credit, and it's been working for me. So definitely get in tune, follow her, hit her up. I mean, I'm a client. Be a client as well. I guarantee you it'll be worth it in the end. Any last words before we end off the show?
No. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
I
coming
enjoyed
through and
myself.
dropping
This was
some
fun.
gems that like everybody could use. Like everybody who watches this, I'm guarantee you're going to benefit from some.
On
she
the
said.
real. And if you go to her page,
Like, unless you just got
too,
a million credit score and $1 million to match.
a million credit score.
Right. If your credit score is not at $1 million, you need to go see by my sis.
I didn't even know that was. I'm like, yo,
I don't think you should know that half, but you know.
She went past 9.
If it ain't,
She
but
went past 1,000.
but if it's not up there, that means it's definitely not stuck there. So you need to hear my sister.